Justice League New Frontier is an alternate take on the Justice League that's based on a comic graphic novel written and drawn by Darwyn Cooke. And I'll have to admit, I've never read it. Not for any real reason. I'm a fan of DC Comics in general, the Justice League characters in particular. Darwyn Cooke is great. I just never got around to it. But regardless of this, I decided to check out the film version, and it's interesting. Going into this having no idea what it really is. Essentially, the idea of this is the Golden Age is past, and due to the rise of the Red Scare of the 1950s and McCarthyism, superheroes have kind of been scrutinized into almost non-existence. Superman and Wonder Woman have been forced to sign loyalty pledges to the government. Batman refused and was branded an illegal vigilante. The Flash is considered a communist simply for wearing a red suit. The previous team of heroes, the Justice Society, have been disbanded, and the rise of racist rhetoric of the 50s led to a black superhero being murdered. Does this sound super fucking familiar? Should I mention the dead character was our man, with the hood and the noose? Isn't this Watchmen? Throughout this entire thing, I got a strong Watchmen vibe for the whole movie. Not just the whole alternate history thing, but specific plot points. Batman is like Rorschach, refusing to retire or work for the government. The Martian Manhunter is like Dr. Manhattan. He's a strange alien-ish power that sends people into a panic and escalates the situation with his mere existence. There's even references to the Doomsday Clock. Yes, this was extremely influenced by Watchmen. That being said, New Frontier is its own story. The main villain is a living island known as the Center, which has been reaching out to people susceptible to psychic energy, and that also actually sounds like a part of Watchmen as well. But kidding aside, this is actually a really excellent story. The characters this follows the most are the Martian Manhunter and Hal Jordan. The Manhunter is the last of the Green Men of Mars. He's accidentally transported to Earth by a scientist looking to send a signal to Mars. The man is so shocked by the Martian's appearance that he has a heart attack and dies. The Manhunter lives among us, using his shape-shifting powers to blend in, his main identity being Detective John Jones, who is investigating the Center cult. Hal Jordan is a war veteran who flew for the Air Force during the Korean War and was forced to kill a Korean soldier who attacked him, not knowing that the war had ended. And he's somewhat traumatized, but he has dreams of space travel. Hal gets involved with Ferris Aircraft, who are secretly building a rocket to visit Mars, as the Manhunter's arrival hasn't gone unnoticed, and the government wants to send men to Mars, but they also send them armed to the teeth just in case the aliens are communists or something. So, as John Jones investigates, he also teams up with the Batman, who has also been on the trail of this cult for quite some time, albeit in an under-the-radar sense, and public scrutiny of superheroes goes way up. The Flash is suddenly branded a criminal for no reason at all. Wonder Woman and Superman have this falling out. However, when the Center attacks, they must all come together to battle it. Superman winds up getting absolutely bodied by the Center's first attack, forcing the other heroes to come up with a plan involving attacking on several fronts with several different methods to destroy the giant floating potato. Along the way, Hal Jordan obtains the Green Lantern's ring, but it's only at the end that he knows how to use it and is able to force his willpower into the ring. Throughout most of the mission, he's actually in an airplane as a pilot, which I thought was a nice change of pace. It was pretty cool. The film not only contains all these characters that I've just mentioned, but alludes to and has cameos from many other DC characters. We got Robin, the Challengers of the Unknown, Green Arrow, Adam Strange, Aquaman, but what's super impressive about the film is the sheer insane amount of polish that it has. Firstly, the animation is absolutely fantastic, to the point where I really do think that they could have just released this in theaters comfortably, and it would have done pretty well. They managed to nail the art style of Darwyn Cooke, who helped with creative direction, and they still had it be, super fluid and flashy. Secondly, the voice acting talent in this movie is insane. You got David Boreanaz as Green Lantern, Neil Patrick Harris as the Flash, Lucy Lawless as Wonder Woman, Brooke Shields as Carol Ferris. I don't know who this Jeremy Sisto guy is, but he has the absolute perfect voice for a faux Silver Age Batman. Overall, this movie is pretty awesome, with great visuals and acting and an intriguing plot. My favorite part being when Hal Jordan and Ace Morgan fly their jets into the center of the Center, and the visuals just go crazy. It's full Jack Kirby. I love the message the film had, the theme, the way it was all put together, but I can't give it a perfect score. because I can understand being influenced by Watchmen, but this borrows so much from Watchmen, so heavily, and it's not at all subtle. If you've read Watchmen at all, or if you've even just seen the movie, you're going to see a lot of that in this film. So I can't really give it a perfect score because it cribs a lot from another story, but I will give it a 9 out of 10.